Okay, doing the French Revolution today. Did the American Revolution before. I don't know anything about the French Revolution, so this should be interesting. I'm trying to fix this pencil. Okay, there's France. There's Paris. Location of the Bastille and First spelling the gummy bears. And then there's Versailles, that's just very close to that. Yes, first spelling the gummy bears. Then there's England across the English Channel, Austrian, Netherlands, which is Holy Roman Empire, Swiss Confederation, Kingdom of Sardinia, and then Spain down here. Okay, let's see about the French Revolution. Okay, the first shot in the battles of Lexington and Concord in the American Revolution was called "The Shot Heard Round the World," in part because it showed people of other countries that they could replace monarchy with democracy. Like the Americans, the French wanted to overthrow their royal government. They were tired of the injustice of the class system in France. Unlike the Americans, though, their royalty lived with them in France, not an ocean away. So things got very ugly. Discontent rises in France. France, like England, I'm trying to figure out where is here we go, okay. Just want to know where the questions were to go with this. France, like England, had to repay war debt. To figure out how, in May 1789, French King Louis the 16th called a meeting of the Estates General, the States, E-S-T-A-T-E-S, which included representatives from the 3 estates of French society. The first estate was the clergy. First spelling the gummy bears. I know, I already said that. Hey, enough. Listen, the first estate, enough. The first estate, enough. Yes, enough. Enough already. Just kidding. Okay, the first estate was the clergy. It was a mix of the poor parish priests and cardinals and bishops from noble families, and it made up the smallest part of the population. They controlled about 10% of the land in France. Mark, I'm going to just ignore you, because if I keep responding every time, we're never going to get through this, okay? So I'm just going to keep reading. The second estate was the nobility. The nobility made up a larger share of the population and owned about 25% of the country's land. The third estate, about 95% of the population, was everyone who was neither clergy nor nobility. The bulk of this group consisted of rural peasants. A smaller group was made up of the urban poor. And a small fraction was the middle class, some of whom were quite wealthy. What the members of the third estate had in common was that no matter their wealth, they had no political power. No political power. They also resented the... Hey! Mark, quiet.
Okay. Okay.
Quiet. And I've got a cold, so I'm kind of like all stuffed up here. Okay. They also resented the privileges granted to the nobles. Neither the first nor the second estates were required to pay the French tax on land called Taille, T-A-I-L-L-E. Only the poorest paid it. Well, that's not right. Side note, the middle class in France was also called Bourgeois, B-O-U-R-G-E-O-I-S-I-E, which the term denoted someone who lived in a walled town. Poor harvests in 1788 and 1789 led to food shortages, rising food prices, and unemployment. The king continued spending his wealth on fancy entertainment and elaborate dinners. His queen, Marie Antoinette, A-N-T-O-I-N-E-T-T-E, an Austrian, had been criticized for years in the press. Despite spending the summer of 1788 quietly at her cottage, mourning the death of her youngest child and the ill health of her son, she was reported to have been throwing extravagant parties. Historians say it was unlikely that she ever said.
Hold
on. Historians say it is unlikely that she ever said of the breadless peasants, "Let them eat cake." But at this point, it was less about what she said and more about what people believed she said that mattered. She said, "Let them eat cake." Okay, Marie Antoinette. It might be interesting to learn more about that. All right, let's do a little bit of spelling before we move on for more reading about the French Revolution. The people take action. That's the next part. Would a teacher have been part of the first estate or the third estate? I forgot our TikTok. Metronome. Ah, that's the Hallmark Channel. Whoa. Nice and quiet today. What do you think? Okay, would the teacher be part of the first estate or the third estate? T now, go slowly. T then, open up good bench now. I then, R end. Good, a third. Let's go ahead and do the next word. Then. Gentle, gentle, gentle. E-S, sorry. Yeah. Your spelling. E-S. E-S. Then. Now. You can do it. After A is. Now look closely. End. Good job. The third estate. If you are unemployed, it means you don't have a blank. Alright. Hey. Slow down. Okay. Slow down. If you're unemployed, you don't have a. Okay, go nice and slow. Right above that. J now. J then. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. JS doesn't make sense. J then. O and look. Keep looking. J-O. Not a jog. J-O. That's right. A J-O-B. A J-O-B. A job. Who was the queen that said, "Let them eat cake"? They supposedly said that. No, who was the queen that said, "Let them eat cake"? Look again. And now. Slowly. Then. Go slow, go slow. Now. Keep going. Then all the way up. Good job, Marie. Last name. Then I just like saying this word. And then T end. T then. Above T is O end. Right above that. I then. Now the and go gentle. T then. Slow. T end. It's a double. T end. Last letter. All the way up. T. Good job. And Marie Antoinette. I gotta tell Dad. I forgot to tell Dad about how you said that Rhode Island was one of the first 13 American colonies. I meant to send him a thing. Okay, let's read some more. The people revolt. The people take action. No, that's the same thing. It's the French Revolution. Revolt and take action. Okay. Fed up with the monarchy system of ruling and desperate for change, in June 1789, members of the Third Estate declared themselves the National Assembly, ASSEMBLY, a new governing body for France. The National Assembly had to meet once in an indoor tennis court because they were locked out of the meeting hall in Versailles. They believed the king was trying to get them to disband. In what is known as the Tennis Court Oath, OATH, they swore to continue meeting until a new constitution was written. That's pretty funny. Louis XVI encouraged nobles and clergy to join this new assembly, while at the same time mobilizing troops to dissolve it. On July 14, 1789, French citizens in Paris stormed the city's prison, the Bastille, Bastille, in search of weapons and ammunition to defend themselves. But no ammunition was found. The angry crowd destroyed the Bastille one brick at a time. Revolt spread across the country. That's in period. Revolt spread across the country. Side note. July 14th is now known as Bastille Day. Did I spell Bastille? Bastille? I think I did. And celebrates French independence. It's like France's 4th of July. It's on July 14th. It's just 10 days after ours. Okay, probably a different year though, 1789. Okay. Gosh, I'm having so much trouble even breathing here, Mark. More changes in the government. First, spelling, then gummy bears. Okay, more changes. The National Assembly took over to create a government based on the new American democracy. The French wrote a document called the Declaration of the Rights of Man and of the Citizen. It's a long title. Approved in August 1789, it granted basic rights to individuals such as liberty, property, security, and resistance to oppression. Many noblemen and clergy left France and persuaded countries like Prussia and Austria to invade. The French government arrested the king for supposedly supporting these armies. A new constitution was set up in 1791, calling for a limited monarchy. There was still a king, and he was limited by the power of a legislative assembly, which would make laws. However, this new government allowed only men who paid certain taxes and who were over 25 to vote, which was still not equality at all. Problems in France escalate. On top of all this, oh wait, that's the next one. So let's do a couple questions. Is ammunition something you use in a weapon or in a car? Some of these questions, I think, are way too simple for you, Mark. Something you use in a weapon or a car. Okay, look. Okay, go slow. Yeah, then, first is, way over here. First, hey. W, then, E, now. Look. Hey. Slow down. Okay, get it in your head and then poke. W, E, A, then, E, and, good job. O, then, good job, a weapon. The Bastille is not a castle. It is a, was a, over first. E, now, gentle. R, then, look. I, then, now. S, then. Good job. S, yeah, got the S. Then. O, now, last letter. Good job. It was a prison. Okay, I guess we'll read some more. Let me see if I can make up a question. Well, those were my two questions. Okay, let's read some more. Sorry, Mark. Problems in France escalate. On top of all this, the people of France were still hungry. Mobs in Paris, which became violent. The Paris Commune, COMMUNE, a group of radicals called for universal male suffrage. Suffrage, suffrage. That means the right to vote. And for the Legislative Assembly to suspend the monarchy. In 1792, a new National Convention began meeting. They drafted a new constitution and abolished the monarchy to form a republic, republic. But it was unstable. Leaders struggled for power and the National Assembly became divided. Various political clubs had formed during the Revolution, each with its own ideas about how the republic should work. A group led by Maximilien Robespierre, called the Jacobins, Jacobins, declared a policy of terror to control their opponents, arresting people left and right for supporting the king or disagreeing with their decrees. Decree, D-E-C-R-E-E. A decree is a formal order having the force of law. Okay, during the Reign of Terror, 1793 to 1794, as many as 50,000 people were executed for their supposed crimes. Oh, this sounds awful. This includes Marie Antoinette. Oh no! Who was publicly guillotined. Guillotined at the Palais de la Cour in Paris. King Louis XVI was executed a few months before the Reign of Terror began. Side notes, a guillotine is a device designed to cut a person's head off. That's awful. Okay. A device designed to cut the head off of a person. Okay. Robespierre and the Jacobins ruled as dictators under the title of the Committee of Public Safety. Doesn't sound very safe to me. They kept an army of over 1 million men to push back invaders in the French Revolutionary Wars. In July 1794, Robespierre was arrested and accused of being a tyrant. He was executed the next day. A new leader comes to power. We're selling the gummy bears. With Robespierre's death, the Reign of Terror came to an end. A new government, the Directory, D-I-R-E-C-T-O-R-Y, took over. But they were weak. People couldn't agree on the best way to rule the country. A national army hero was named Napoleon Bonaparte. Napoleon, N-A-P-O-L-E-O-N, Bonaparte, B-O-N-A-P-A-R-T-E. He abolished the Directory and set up a new government in 1799. Finally ending the French Revolution. 5 years later, he declared himself Emperor. I know, Emperor Napoleon I. We're almost done here. By 1812, Napoleon had expanded France's empire to include present-day Italy, Germany, Switzerland, and other European countries, but not Britain. Okay? Oh, here's the last page. British Viscounts Horatio Nelson defeated Napoleon's fleet at the Battle of Trafalgar, Trafalgar, in 1805. Napoleon was a famous war leader who expanded France, but he made the mistake of expanding too much by invading Russia. His troops froze and fled. He also created the Napoleonic Code in 1804 to protect individual liberty, property rights, and the right to work, and the right to own one's own opinions. All citizens were equal before the law. On the negative side, he censored nearly all of France's newspapers and books to protect his image. He had mail opened by the government police. Liberty was replaced by despotism, I think it's saying, D-E-S-P-O-T-I-S-M. Despotism, a system of government in which the ruler has absolute unlimited power. I was going to say, I thought he was a bad guy. Eventually, Napoleon was exiled. E-X-I-L-E-D. That means forced or voluntarily forced from exile, being forced from one's own